What's going on, people? It is KP here to talk about the Marquez-Bradley fight, which just ended. I just got back from Buffalo Wild Wings about 15 minutes ago. Me and my buddy Ryan went and watched it, and I have to say that this fight was not close. I expected it to be very close, and it just wasn't. We'll go over my scorecard real quick. I had predicted Bradley to win a close decision, and it wasn't close. I gave the first 3 rounds to Timothy Bradley. I thought and a lot of people thought that Marquez may have won the first round, but I gave it to Bradley. I saw him landing a crisp jab, both to the body and the head. So I gave the first 3 rounds to Bradley. I gave the fourth round to Marquez. 5, 6, 7, and 8 I gave to Bradley. Round 9 I gave to Marquez. He finished the round strong with some good body punches. And then 10, 11, and 12 gave them all to Bradley. The 12th round, Marquez was winning it until that last exchange, and Bradley almost dropped him. I had it 10 rounds to 2, guys. I had it 118 to 110. Marquez didn't necessarily look old in this fight. I don't want to hear that. Bradley was just the superior fighter. He was quicker. Like I said, in my prediction video, I told you guys that if Bradley fought smart, he would win this fight. That's why I didn't understand why Bradley was a big underdog. They had a poll before the fight on HBO, and it said like 80% of people thought that Marquez was going to win the fight. I don't mind being in the minority, guys, because at the end of the day, boxing is really just a bunch of common sense. And common sense will tell you that good boxers trouble Juan Manuel Marquez. Floyd Mayweather won just about every round against Marquez. Chris John gave him a lot of problems. And Bradley's no different. But I did figure that Bradley would get aggressive at times, get overly aggressive, and then, pay the price. But he really didn't. He stayed disciplined. He stayed behind a jab, which was landing a ton. The CompuBox stats are a fucking joke for this fight, by the way. I wish I could sit down with these CompuBox people and show them all the shots that Marquez was missing, that were hitting Tim Bradley's shoulders and rolling off, that were hitting elbows. I think they had something like Marquez landing like 50 more power shots. Are you kidding me? When he was doing these little 5-punch flurries to the body that wasn't landing, Tim Bradley blocked the majority of Marquez's punches. And they said something like Bradley was only landing like 19% of his jabs. Are you shitting me? Try more like 30%. Try more like 40%. His jabs were snapping Marquez's head back. If you thought that Marquez won this fight, which it seems like a bunch of people did, especially at the place we were at, we had people crying it was a robbery. Are you fucking shitting me? Whoever that judge was that scored it for Marquez ought to have their license revoked. I don't know what the judge's name was. They ought to have their license revoked. If you can't score that fight, then you don't need to be scoring any boxing match. That was an easy fight to score. The most you could have gave Marquez would have been about 3 rounds. The most. Hell, you could have had it 11 rounds to 1. I had it 10 rounds to 2. 9 rounds to 3 would have been gracious. There's no way you could have had this fight 8 rounds to 4. There's no possible way. The rounds weren't that close. What, do you not count jabs anymore? Like, do people just look at when Marquez throws a body punch? Jabs count. Jabs score, guys. And Bradley had the far superior jab. He was using it to counter. He was using it to lead. He was using it for defense, for offense. He was throwing it upstairs, downstairs. I mean, he almost won this fight on his jab alone. And he landed the only significant punches of the fight. Marquez almost got dropped twice. Bradley never looked for once like he was even remotely hurt. So I don't know who that judge's name was that scored this fight for Marquez, but they're fucking stupid. They were rigged. They were paid off. I told you guys in my pre-fight video that I wouldn't be surprised if someone paid the judges off to give Marquez this win, even if Bradley did win it. And when they said split decision, I told my buddy, I said, don't be surprised if Marquez gets the victory here. I said, the way boxing's been lately, don't be surprised if there's a robbery. And he said, okay. And they read the scorecards out. When they said the first one was for Marquez, I just kind of laughed. And then the second one, they said 115 to 113 for Bradley. Are you high? It was nowhere near that close. The closest you could have had this fight would have been 116, 112. And I don't even know if you could have had it that close. I could go back. I don't know if I could find 4 rounds you could give to Marquez. I really don't. Um, and then one judge had it 116, 111, which is still almost a travesty. Uh, I mean, I honestly don't know how you could have gave Marquez more than 2 rounds. Like, the judge's scorecard should have been around 118 to 110, or like 117, 111. I 115, 113, they were probably paid off, and they probably just decided at the last moment they didn't want to lose their damn job, so they switched it around and made it a close win for Bradley instead of having Marquez get the victory and get jobbed. Bradley, God, if I'd have been Bradley, you could tell the look on his face, by the way, when they read the scorecards off. He looked at it like, oh my God, I am about to get robbed. This is literally one of the easiest fights I have ever had to score in my entire life. 10 rounds to 2. There's no way around that. For me, I don't think I could ever give more than 2 rounds to Marquez if I watched this fight. I'd have to sit there with the intention of trying to give Marquez 4 rounds to give him 4 rounds. I just don't understand people these days. I mean, even like people like Jim Lampley that hate Bradley, they seem like they hate Tim Bradley. Thought he won the fight by a wide margin. I want to know who that judge was that scored it for Marquez. Like that was like they pulled a C.J. Ross. They pulled one worse than C.J. Ross. If they'd had it a draw, maybe you could like let him a little off the hook, even though it's still been a paid off judge. But they scored it for Marquez. How? I think these judges let the crowd play into the fight too much. Just because the crowd roars when someone apparently, and I'm doing my fingers up and down in that little sarcastic way right now. You can't see me, but I'm doing it, and I'm saying apparently landing these shots. Marquez missed a ton of shots. You don't count shots that hit shoulders and roll off. You don't count shots that get slipped. You don't count glancing blows. You count clean, landed punches. They're scored on clean, effective punching. And Bradley, by far, landed a ton more clean and effective punches. I mean, I don't even know how you could debate that Marquez even won, 4 rounds. I don't know how you could debate it. But like I said, it's just common sense, guys. Do people not have eyes? Can you not see when something hits air and not someone's face? It's not hard to tell what lands and what doesn't. Good God. When you see someone's head getting snapped back and sweat flying off them, that means they got hit. When you see someone shaking their head and smiling and touching their shoulder, that's telling the crowd they just got hit on the shoulder, they didn't get hit. I understand there's a lot of upset fans out there, Marquez fans, that are upset right now. But you're upset for no reason, guys. Your guy didn't get robbed. Let me tell you something. I have YouTube proof that I do not hate Marquez. If you go back and watch my Pacquiao Marquez 3 video, I say the same thing I said in this fight. I say Pacquiao did not win that fight. I said Pacquiao got dominated, Marquez got robbed. Guess what? Marquez got dominated in this fight, guys. Completely unbiased opinion. I like both fighters. That's why I said that. I said I respect the hell out of both these guys. But Marquez got dominated. The only person I've ever seen him beat him worse than this is Floyd Mayweather. And Mayweather won about 11 or 12 rounds in their fight. I mean, he just whitewashed the guy. Marquez, I don't think he should. Maybe he should retire. It's up to him. I don't think he should fight Pacquiao again for the simple reason that he already has the most decisive victory against Pacquiao. Just leave it at that. He probably actually should retire. Maybe take an easy fight in Mexico in his hometown or something. Give his hometown fans, one last hurrah. Just take a tomato can and beat the shit out of them. Bradley, on the other hand, he's got all kinds of options. He's looking at like Floyd Mayweather fights. Mayweather Bradley, if I had to make a prediction video on that fight right now, I would probably go with Mayweather, but good God, that would be a competitive fight. That would be a super competitive fight. If Mayweather came out and dominated Timothy Bradley, guys, he's just in another stratosphere. Like, Tim Bradley is in my opinion now in the top 3 pound for pound on the planet. And I don't know if I said that in the video, but I did say that if Bradley won this fight, I would move Sergio Martinez from 3rd. Sergio Martinez hasn't fought in a while, guys. And to be honest, he hasn't fought the kind of caliber of competition that Bradley has. In my opinion, right now, Floyd Mayweather's number 1, Andre Ward's number 2, and they're kind of on their own level. The 1 and 2 are kind of on their own, and then somewhere down at number 3 is Tim Bradley. He's beaten Marquez, he beat Pacquiao, he beat Provodnikov, he cleaned out 140 when it was the golden division of boxing, cleaned it out. He is the shit. Like, he's a damn good fighter, guys. You cannot take anything away from him. I'd like to see Bradley in a Pacquiao rematch. I think he does leaps and bounds better in a rematch. He broke his foot or injured his foot, whatever happened to it. Something happened to his foot in that fight with Pacquiao, and he still made it a close fight. That fight was so close that a lot of people, and I don't understand people that thought Pacquiao won 11 rounds. You got to be shitting me. That's stupid. But, you know, Pacquiao could have very well won the fight. It was close. But I would love to see a rematch with him and Pacquiao. I would love to see a Mayweather-Bradley fight. I'd love to see a Broner-Bradley fight. This guy needs to be fighting that kind of competition. Marquez, guys, you can't take... Marquez is a top 10 pound-for-pound talent still. He still beats the majority of people. Still got good reflexes, still got good speed, still has good power, good counterpunching, good defense. He's a good fighter. But I told you guys, Tim Bradley, I don't understand why everyone hates on him. He is a terrific fighter. And he proved it again tonight. The next fight he'll probably fight, he doesn't need a rematch for Provodnikov. And I'll tell you guys why right now. If he rematched Provodnikov, it'd be a 12-round wipeout. He would just box him the entire time. He wouldn't be stupid next time. He just mentally was not right when he went into that fight. You would see the Tim Bradley that fought Marquez tonight against Provodnikov. It'd be 12 rounds to nothing. He wouldn't get hit. Provodnikov is slower and not as intelligent in the ring as Marquez. And Marquez wasn't really landing anything on Bradley of note. He was just kind of picking and pecking him to the body, not really landing, and he would occasionally land a little right hand upstairs and maybe a glancing left hook. That's about it. His jab was way off cue. Bradley blocked the majority of Marquez's jabs. I mean, this is one of the most one-sided fights I've seen in a while. So if you think Marquez won this fight, comment below. But, dude, I can't really take you serious. How? I guess you'd have to sit me down and walk me through this fight and show me 7 rounds that Marquez won. Bet you can't do it. I bet you I can show you 11 rounds that Bradley won. I gave him 10, but I could probably find 11 rounds he won. This video's running kind of long, guys. It's pretty late. I just figured I'd get this up, go ahead and get it out the way so I don't forget it tomorrow. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your scorecards. And again, if you thought Marquez won, I guess let me know, but I'm just going to kind of laugh at you. It's not a hard fight to score. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys later. Peace.